Hello.
My name is Cindy.
My name is Carol.
My name is Tina.
And my name is Rebecca.
Hey Carol, I think now most of the street trees have come to a crisis.
What makes you say so?
Because recently I found that the number of street trees in Delhi has declined rapidly. Therefore, I want to do a research on how this phenomenon appears.
I also want to join with you to do this project.
Me too.
Okay, let's go. Dear judges,
In today's presentation, we'd like to show you something about street trees. First of all, let me simply show you some benefits of street trees. They can be used as noise blockers, since they can take in sounds in a place where it is full of noise. Also, a row of trees can block the sunshine, so pedestrians will feel more comfortable when walking on the sidewalk. Seeing this article in our English class, we feel so sad to learn that the trees on the earth keep being cut down at surprising speed. At the same time, we are wondering why so many people still remove trees in our surroundings, despite the fact they know trees have lots of advantages. As a result, we would like to conduct this research to acquire more information.
we divided our outline into 5 parts. First, tell you what motivated us to do this project. Second, the approaches we used. Third, our research results. Fourth is our advice to the public, and the last is our conclusion after doing this project. At the same time, you can get to messing from our project today, such as what the present condition of the density of street tree is, as well as the potential reasons why street trees are cut down.
These are how we explore this issue. In the beginning, I'm going to tell you why we use Google Street View. We decided to use Google Street View to number street trees, for it could help us to see the disappearance of street trees easily. This is the place in Delhi where we conduct the survey from Middle North Road to Dasher Road Bridge. A reason why we chose this area is that we always go past these places on our way to school. Therefore, we are curious about the changing of our environment.
Now, I would like to show you a video and briefly tell you how we counting the number of street trees in Delhi city by using Google Street View. First, search for Delhi in Google Map. Next, we have to magnify the map in order to find the location we choose accurately, and then click the pagman to see what's available on Google Street View. Then, click on any part of the line in the exact location of your choice. Last, use the average of mouse to navigate the area. This is our process to count the number of street trees, and we think that as long as everyone knows that he or she can get a hand of Google Street View. If we feel like seeing the scenery in 2012, we can click this button, click time, and use the slider to go forward back in time. Afterwards, we can see the available imaging in 2012. Also, it looks quite easy. The process to count the number of street trees is not a piece of cake. This is because that when we move forward to other things, the result was not the same as we wanted. Therefore, we had to count again. When we counted the number of street trees, we also found that some places changed a lot. Consequently, we captured 2 sets of photos on Google Street View. At the beginning, you can see that 2 pictures seem to be taken at different locations. Actually, they are at the same site. The reason why both of photos look extremely different is that the same location you used to be built houses in 2016. We can see that the original site had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 street trees. Nevertheless, in 2016, there was no street tree left. Let's move on to the other photos. This situation is similar to what I mentioned. 2 street trees disappears and the place turns into 7 of them during 2012-2016. This seems let us be more aware of the grief of street trees.
Through our investigation, we found that the number of street trees from Middle North Road to Dasher Road Bridge has declined rapidly, only in a short period of 4 years. We can see that in 2012, there were 881 trees, but only 575 were left in 2016. That's quite surprising, because more than 300 of trees had gone. The main reason why trees disappear too fast was because human beings always cut down the trees for their economic purpose. After our analysis, if events didn't be paid much attention by everyone, a large number of trees were about to vanish in 2024. And if the trees had been removed in large scale, Maybe our environment will become like these two pictures. There will only be buildings without any animals, such as birds, squirrels, and so on. We think no one likes to live in the great surroundings. However, at the beginning, we have already introduced some benefits of street trees for you. But why there are still so many people cutting them down?
Consequently, to learn the reasons further, we use the following ways. For instance, browsing several web pages from the internet, watching a lot of menus, and visiting the local brochures for details. Let's move on to the causes we found. I'm going to show you some examples. Street trees are cut down because the leaves cover the shop signs or destination boards, or even due to feng shui. Although these reasons seem rational, we think that there are more suitable ways to solve the problems instead of cutting trees down.
As a result, we come up with some suggestions to solve these problems. First, inform the crisis to the public and educate the citizens how to save and plant more trees. Next, offer the project to the authority concerned. Okay, let's take a look at what people can do to plant more trees and also protect them from being chopped off.
Let me share some advice that residents can do to prevent trees from falling away. If there are spare places where people live, they can plant some kinds of trees, such as longan trees, banyan, and so on and so forth. On the other hand, if people don't have enough space, they can plant several small vegetation on their rooftop. The picture on the right side was a good example for us. We can see that nowadays some people have already planted small trees in front of their houses.
We consider the picture on the PowerPoint slide was not a good way to deal with this issue. On the contrary, we should trim trees rather than cutting them down as with the photo. If people want to know more information about protecting or planting trees, they can search the police and wisdom group website. This group is established for advocating everyone to plant trees.
Moreover, we have come up with some advice to resolve these problems, such as transmitting a project to our government, especially to our mayor, and recommending them to implement some policies to prevent this serious phenomenon from getting worse.
We decided to write a letter to our mayor, Xie Shuya, with a view to letting her know this crisis in Zoliu. And also, we hope that when she reads this letter, the government can do us a favor to encourage the residents to help protect street trees for our environment in Zoliu, and even for next generation and our earth.
And we are happy that our mayor replied this letter very soon, telling us the reason why street trees been chopping off, or how they deal with sick trees or the trees affecting people, such as transplanting, removing, or trimming trees. And we even have a chance to talk to our mayor in person and share the findings with her.
Our conclusion is that trimming trees instead of cutting them down,
Or trying our best to plant the trees as many as we can. Last but not least, everyone should care about our surroundings and even the earth.
And this is our reference.
Okay, this ends of our presentation. Thank you for listening.